Hello, YouTubers, and welcome back to another episode of The Grandstand here on the Ohio Patriot Education Network YouTube channel. I am, as always, your host, Earl the Ohio Patriot. And for today's episode, we're going to talk about a couple different things. I said two topics, but it's basically going to be three. The first one, obviously, is going to be why property tax is actually theft in this country. Second thing we're going to talk about is why Democrats are retards, specifically going on the trial thing that was going on today there in the hearings with this dude talking about how much of a criminal Biden is. You got dipshits like AOC and Jasmine Crockett, etc., being fucking dumb. And then on top of that, I had my finally got my mail coming in today now, and basically what I found is they give me the decision thing here for why they decided to deny my ability to get disability. And their decision is probably the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard in my entire life, dude. Especially when the fact that when you actually look at the Blue Book of Disabilities, which is basically a thing that exists across the country, throughout every state is what it is there, and it's like automatic qualifiers to get disability is what it is, and the top one is like arthritis is what it is then, which by the way I have severely in my body, all over my fucking body, in various forms of arthritis issues, whether it be psoriatic, whether it be rheumatoid, whatever the case be. And the fact that these people were telling me that, as I said here, it said I was unable to work because of arthritis, back pain, limitations due to obesity and skin condition were also considered. And then it claims, quote, medical evidence shows that you do have back pain and discomfort due to your overall conditions. Evidence also shows that despite limitations caused by your conditions, you can maintain the ability to perform some work-related activities, including but not limited to standing, walking, or lifting light objects. Yeah, and who the fuck is, like, dude, are you fucking kidding me, people? I'm lucky if I can walk more than fucking 5 minutes without having to take a break because my back is so fucked up and my knee is so fucked up. And not to mention my overall arthritic issues and stuff like that. And then to tell me I can actually lift light objects is absolute bullshit too, dude, because it's like, again, who the fuck's gonna hire somebody for that shit, dude? Every fucking job I've ever found in my entire life has to be a minimum of I believe it's at least 20 pounds or more. I cannot lift that, especially not consistently. Hell, I'm lucky if I could lift a couple pounds right now with a box or something like that, and if I twist wrong, my fucking back goes out and I'm on the fucking ground for the rest of the night is what it is, dude. Screaming in fucking agony until I can get into the chiropractor at some point in the future and have her readjust my back so I can walk again is what it is. So for them to sit there and tell me I can fucking, like, that's absolute bullshit, dude. I'm so fucking pissed at these people. So yeah, you're damn right I'm fighting this shit right now and appealing their fucking dumbass decision. So, and on top of this is they have the audacity to claim your condition results in some limitations in your ability to perform work-related activities, but does not prevent you from working. Bull fucking shit it doesn't, dude. Bull fucking shit it doesn't. When there are entire fucking days, where I am bedridden in this fucking house right now, that is a bunch of horse shit. Seriously, if I'm without my medication at all, dude, I'm on a ticking clock right now. If I don't have the Tremfya in my system, I have less than 30 days before I'm completely fucking bedridden in a fetal position right now. That's the fucked up part. And these fuckers try to tell me I can work? Are you fucking kidding me, bro? And yet, meanwhile, we got a bunch of goddamn illegals coming to our fucking country every single day, getting handed $10,000, $20,000 fucking gift cards to go do whatever the fuck. Are you fucking kidding me, bro? Yeah, and then it continues on here and says, "We have determined your condition is not severe enough not severe enough to keep you from working. We consider medical and other information and work experience in determining how your condition affects your ability to work." Really? Did you now? Because literally the last time I worked legitimately at an actual job where I got paid and had to do fucking taxes was 17 fucking years ago, you assholes. Actually, sorry, it was 18 fucking years ago because it's 2006. was the last time I actually worked. And yeah, if you're talking about doing cashier work now, dude, fuck no, I couldn't do that. There's no fucking way I could be on my fucking feet for 8 hours a day, or even 6 hours a day for that matter, or even 4 hours a day for that matter. Like, I'd be done after about 20 minutes, honestly, legitimately. Yeah, and then talks about filing another claim with my shit gets even worse. It's like, no, dude, I'm like, seriously, the fact that when I leave this house now to do anything, I am actively walking with a cane because of how bad my back is, because of how bad my fucking knees are, because of how bad my fucking body hurts consistently from the arthritis daily. Hell, just sitting in this chair right now, I'm in fucking agony, dude. And these sons of bitches try to tell me I can fucking work. God, what a bunch of fucking scumbags, dude. Fucking hate government. I cannot wait till this country fucking falls, dude. I really can't. Because maybe I will muster up enough to fucking just go at people at that point, dude, for a couple hours a day or something for a few days. Property taxes. So, from what my sister told me a little bit ago, apparently we're going to have to, it's whenever we sell the house and stuff like that, it'll just be taken out of the house. Money is what it is then. But yeah, just to show how fucking scumbaggy the state of Ohio is and the county I'm in right now, which is Stark County here. So there is 2 different papers here that my mother paid every year for property taxes, which I believe it is, this one I think is for the back 5 acres, and then this one would be for the house I'm in right now and the 5 acres that it exists on and stuff like that. So every single year with these 2 combined papers together, you had this one that was just the 5 acres alone. Yearly property tax is $744.86 for just 5 acres of land. This one that the house is on, yearly $1,160.88, combined total of give or take about $1,900, almost $2,000. And then you start looking at how it actually breaks down here, by the way. So I'm gonna do the first one first, and I'm gonna do the second one second. This is basically a 5 acre lot, is what it is now. So let's see. So you got where are we at now? Wait, let's see, 500 residential. Okay. So yeah, how it breaks down here, distribution. To the county of Stark County, we are paying for the 5 acre lot $129.97 a year. To the township, we are paying $101.52 a year. To the township corporation that the little town is in there, we're paying another $34.78. To the LSD for the actual township there, we're paying another $433.81. To Stark County Park Distribution, so I'm guessing it'll be like park services and stuff like that, is another $12.01. And then Stark County District Library is $32.77, which you don't even bother to use, by the way. So you're charging me for something I don't even use what it is. That's absolute bullshit entirely. Same thing with the parks. So that's like almost $50 fucking for that shit is what it is, dude. They're charging for stuff that I don't even bother using here is what it is. So yeah, just a bunch of shit entirely on that one. And just complete scumbag bullshit is what it is overall, dude. So that was 1. This is 2. Obviously, the house is on. So this $1,160-something here breaks down as to the county $202.21, the township $157.94, the other part of the thing for the township $54.12, the overall big ass amount to the township $607. Well, I'm guessing honestly, it's like the LSD probably is like would be for the township to go to the state. I'm guessing would be the huge amounts would actually probably there. So the state of Ohio basically is what I'm understanding probably in this one would be is $674.94. Stark County Park District, another $18.69, and then the district library is $50.89 or 98 cents on this one. So, yeah, what a bunch of shit, dude. So for the 10 acres overall plus house that they sit on, we are paying just to the district library. Let's see, 51, 81, 83. Almost $84 a year. Into the park services, we're paying like $30-something a year, almost $31 a year. fucking ridiculous, dude. And then you go to the actual like state of Ohio, then it would be over $1,000 a year, like about $1,100 give or take, just over $1,100 is what it is then. Yeah, and they claim that taxation is not theft, dude. Bullshit, it's not. 100% is fucking theft. Proof in hand right here. So, such a bunch of horseshit, dude. Going back to the last episode where I called out that piece of shit Ismail Muhammad, though, there is more that has come out now since I did that episode about that fucking scumbag. So apparently he was giving his victory speech last night. It was all in fucking Somali. Over 4 minutes of fucking Somali speech is what it is, dude. Not one word of fucking English being said in the whole thing. It's like, yeah, why the fuck is this cocksucker still in office, dude? Seriously. Absolutely ridiculous entirely across the board. And then, of course, you got other stuff I want to talk about, too, with the Democrat Party and the fucking illegals in this country, too, for that matter. So, we got this fuckface right here, who is some bullshit illegal alien, TikTok fucking famed douchebag, who is explaining to his TikTok followers how to become a squatter in America and literally steal people's homes from them is what it is. Which is kind of ironic because on the flip side of that, which, by the way, we need to find the U.S. government specifically, different output agencies, etc. out there, dude, need to find this motherfucker, arrest his ass, and deport him back to the hellhole he came from is what it is, because fuck this fucking guy. Which, by the way, if you're invading a house in the United States illegally, dude, good luck not getting shot, motherfucker. Because I guarantee you, if you try to come into my property and fucking try to squat here, bitch, I will fucking blow your goddamn brains out. And I will be perfectly in my right to do it because you are illegally breaking into my home. And you are, I have castle doctrine, I have stand your ground on my side, motherfucker. So try that shit here in Ohio and see how fast you're going to get fucking domed, bitch. So, anyway. And then meanwhile, there was one out in New York City, is what it was the other day. Or Queens, New York, home, I guess is what it was. Where it was a woman who was trying to get rid of these people who were squatting in her house illegally. And because of the way New York laws are and how fucking dumb they are is what it is. If you're there for 30 days or more, you can actually have like tenant rights at that point as a fucking squatter. And so now Tim Pool, something he said in one of his things the other day, which is now coming to fruition currently, which is literally this, which was vigilantes show up to evict squatters at Queen's home where owner was arrested. As neighbors reveal, 3 people have been living there for free and carrying out work inside. It says Adeline, not sure I pronounced someone's last name, the owner of the Flushing, New York City home was arrested on Tuesday. Vigilantes showed up to bid to speak to the squatters inside the home. 3 people inside have refused to leave despite pleas from the owner. And as Tim Pool said, called it, they won't like what comes next, which is what he was talking about, was basically having squatters' rights and stuff like that, and having people paying off people to be like a contractor or whatever the case be there. So, anyway. But yeah, what Tim was actually discussing, if I can go back on this real quick, it was this thing from Wall Street Silver here. It said, there are consultants that will fix this. Homeowner writes a new rental agreement with the consultant. Then the consultant moves in with the squatters and makes them feel very uncomfortable. If they call the police, consultant has a valid rental agreement, which the owner confirms. Says most of these expert consultants are huge guys and very intimidating. They will have the squatters voluntarily moving out within a few days. So, yeah. Let's see, the gunslinger guy said, would love to know how what it looks like for the squatters. Fucking hilarious line of work once the squatters start feeling uncomfortable. Oh, they're going to get the shit kicked out. What's going to happen on that one, dude? For real. And as this person says, well, if an immigrant gang moves in, will one consultant be enough? Oh, you're going to see fucking violence in this country, dude. And like I said, what you're going to have happen is you're going to see people who know their rights and know how castle doctrine works and stuff like that. They're just going to kill these people inside the homes, what it is, dude, at this point. Like, you're going to see a lot of dead. You're going to see it's going to be like that one episode of Mayor of Kingstown where it was the dude who was the criminal who fucked up somebody or whatever it was, or killed somebody. There's what it was. You had the what do you call that? The I want to say strike team, but that's not what it actually is. It would be the SWAT team go up in there, and the one guy's like, looking at the dude, and obviously this guy's like passed out on the couch, whatever it is, and they're all pulling like, you know, ARs or AR pistols on whatever it is there that may or may not be full auto, and there's a gun on the table there, and the guy's like, "Pick it up, bro, pick it up," and he's like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah, pick it up, bro." And then as soon as he tries to go for it, he just like pops him a couple times in the chest. Is what it is. And yeah, that's exactly what you're gonna see happen in these situations, dude. It's like, yeah, you want to have a fucking violent gang, start some shit, dude. Guess what? They're gonna be fucking fire fought. Is what's gonna happen on the situation then. And it's really as simple as that then. So I'm gonna go ahead and open the rest of this mail while I'm sitting here. I got a piece of mail from my mom's cousin, who is the priest in a different part of the state now. This feels like it's pretty heavy. I'm guessing that's probably a condolence card from my mom's passing, and then maybe some stuff that he said that day at her funeral, I'm guessing, maybe, or something. I don't know. So let's see what he had to write. Here's what it is. So anyway, yeah, if this ever wants to fucking come out of here, Jesus. It's like stuck in the motherfucker. It's the problem with these kind of things. They get like jammed in there. There we go. Ow. Well, that was a nice one. It's just pictures in here. I think it might just be pictures in here. See if I can pull this out actually. Yeah, come on. See if I can get to this bad boy. There's a picture that is in here that I want to show everyone. It's a picture of my mom and all of her siblings, and then Father Homer is what it is. So, God, come on, pull out of there. There it goes. So, yeah, there's the photo of everybody. That was my mom right here in the green. This is my uncle, who's not doing too well right now. This is my aunt right here, who's not doing too well in the white. And then the rest of them are in various stages of health right now. So yeah, the from thing here, we got obviously the priest, who's I think he's my second or third cousin, if I'm not mistaken. And then my aunt, who was my mom's older sister, who lives at the farm that my uncle passed at, or was he passed down there is what it was. My other aunt next to her is the one that lost her husband too, all from the various big pharma bullshit. My third aunt right here, who is the oldest of all of them, she actually lost her husband due to cancer some years ago from Agent Orange exposure, and he was in the Vietnam War. The aunt next to her husband's not in the greatest health right now. He was also a Vietnam vet. He also probably has Agent Orange. My understanding, he also has Agent Orange exposure from that time period of history. And of course, my mom, who passed because of the fucking, pokety pokes. And then my uncle, who obviously took the shit too. And then he's not doing health-wise too good right now. So, yeah, fucking sucks, bro. There's another photo that was put in here as well. So, which is just a few of them. Yeah, this one was just a couple of my aunts, my uncle, and then his wife, and then the father. So that was my aunt right here, who my uncle married. That's the second wife. She was actually, when we were back in 2014, my mom and I went with my aunt, uncle, and other aunts to the thing. You had it was like 4 or 5 of us that went down there, and then it was like almost a 15-hour drive to get there is what it was. It was a week after my 29th birthday, I believe, that we went up there. And yeah, I'll tell you what, dude, it was a fucking nightmare to get there, and it was just a real pain in the ass to even get back, for that matter. So I'm gonna try to put these back in this sleeve thing here on this. Just throw both of the photos there, so it's gonna be. can get them to both slide in there together. That was the wrong one. I want to put that one that was in there first on the top. There's a picture of Mom and everybody together. That was that first picture I showed you of everybody standing there at the wall. That was when we went down to, I forget what part of the state that my cousin lives in, but he's a priest down there. At least he was anyway at the time. And this is probably 6-7 years ago now, at least. Maybe not quite that long, maybe more like 5 years ago. But either way, it was a time period where we were all going to a family reunion and stuff like that, and I discussed some stuff with people, and then my Uncle Frank's wife, we were discussing like the difference between like, first and second cousins and stuff like that, and then she was talking about the whole, once removed, twice removed, all that stupid bullshit, and like adding extra things into it too, to where you can actually, before it's like the fourth, I think it's like third or fourth cousins where you can actually legally marry is what it is then. So, God, this dude's handwriting is shit right now, honestly, dude. So, yeah, I can't really. Okay, here we go. It was January 31st of this year. So here we have Pioski. What you call it? This day, 2019, 50th anniversary. Okay, yeah, that was the reception. Okay, so it was 2019. So yeah, it would have been 5 years ago that went to that then. So, and then he sent me a little. He would usually send my mom these kind of things, but apparently sent it to me now is what it is. So it said, Dear Adam, we survived the holidays with mild winter, and now winter really has us socked in. So I have returned to my home and finished 12 weeks of rehab since the knee surgery in October. Christmas mail brought a number of family updates to be entered into respective histories. I am indebted to my, I don't know who this is, something big time for coming to rearrange much of my house, furniture, etc. when I was gone. So now it's more inviting for company and holiday season. Said Lent comes early on Valentine's Day with a busy time for us clergy. Oh, that's what it was. Danville is what we went to there. Yeah, I said our Danville parish will host Thursday Lenten reflection and soup gatherings, consistent through ministry. People ask about my grandnephew, who's enjoying a winter break with his family in Mansfield. So I enjoyed part of the Christmas Day with them. So the kid enjoys, continues on the Houston Astros farm team. Second top 2A team rankings. Said spring trainings in Florida. Cousin Homer said my walker and I managed to handle Thanksgiving and children's Christmas Eve masses. First cousin funeral in December. Upcoming eye surgery mid-February, so that already happened to him probably. We'll remove old lens implant / cataract and replace it with new lens behind the cornea. So I hope the procedure can restore some sight in my right eye. All my family, dad's family, and siblings deal with glaucoma eye pressure issues. Best regards, many blessings to health. Father Homer. So, yeah, that was nice of him to send me that letter. But, yeah, it's... I don't know, man. I will say one thing, though, like, look at that picture. That's what I remember Mom as. That's exactly how I remember her. She looked not anywhere near great at the end there. When I saw her a little over 2 months ago, my birthday this year. And, yeah, when she was in that casket, she looked nothing like she did when she was alive. By comparison, it just looked like a completely different person. So, it's been a while since I had a good cry, but I really don't want to break down right now. Hopefully I won't too much, but yeah, it's a sad, sad situation. shit that never needed to fucking happen. It's all due to dickhead DeWine and all these fucking idiots pushing this fucking stupid bullshit. So anyway, I'm gonna open up some more of this mail, see what's in this. Some of this stuff's what it is, because some of this is my yearly thing for my Medicare, Medicaid stuff here. So better year, better health benefits. That's interesting. I don't believe I've ever gotten any of this shit. Then that's kind of BS. Then, dude. Members earn $25 first dental appointment each year, $75 reward for annual health well care visit. So I should have got that already last year. Women between the ages of 50 and 74 for an annual breast cancer screening get $75. Annual cervical cancer screening for 21 to 64 females, $75. Annual comprehensive diabetes care must complete kidney screening, HbA1c test, and some other kind of screening. Dilated eye exam for $100. Seems like a lot to go through on that one, dude. Honestly. But yeah, I should get at least the second one anyway for the annual welfare visit and stuff like that. So, which I assume would be some kind of, well, I think when they tell you that too, it's not even really like the 75. It's not even like an actual, like, you know, here's $75 or whatever. It's like they give you like some kind of weird gift card that like equates to that is what it is. Like I have one in my wallet actually right now that you can go to places and get like different kind of stuff with it and stuff like that, where it's like body washes and like soaps and shit like that and whatnot, like all kinds of like different hygiene products is what it is there. Toothbrushes, all that stuff like that is what it is that it covers through. So this would be my student loan people on this one. So then I got another Social Security one right here on that one, and then one from my doctor, and then another one from my these Nelnet people is what it is then. So I assume that they're telling me I still owe them $0. They better be fucking tell me that, honestly, because if they tell me how much money at this point, I'm gonna be like, no, I do not. And if anything, like, write this shit off at this point, people. Like I said, depending on how much we can actually get out of this house right now, I am to a point right now where I will actually pay these people off my principal that I took out, and that's all they're going to get ever from my ass. And if they want to settle for that, they can. But yeah, there's no fucking chance in hell I'm giving their asses $26,994.43 right now when they've put legitimately over $16,000 in interest towards me at this point. When my initial, see if I can find it here right now. When my initial student loan money taken was, let's see if I can find it here on the back right now. All right, let's see here now. Yeah, back in September of 2009, so you're talking about 15 years ago almost, I initially took out, let's see, original principal amount, Stafford loan, $3,500, Stafford unsub, $57.98, and then it was direct sub, $26.25, and direct unsub, $4,500. So, let's see. Where was the initial payment? There's what it was. Okay, this doesn't make any sense at all when they're doing this now. Because it's acting like it's two different ones or whatever. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense at all, dude. Yeah, because I know for a fact I didn't get more than 10 grand out of these fucking people before they cut my loans off, dude. So they could fuck off. They think I'm going to pay them 14 grand is what it is now. Because that's not what I took out initially. So. Yeah, because this would be, let me figure this out now. So 35, 58. So that'd be, let's see, 85, 90. Yeah, a little over 9,000 on that one. And this one will be another or 7,000. So that's like 16,000. They're claiming there is what it is. I know for a fact I didn't get anywhere near that much money. So I never got anywhere near that amount of cash. Like I can see I can see it being 10,418.63 is what it is there. And even that, I would kind of question if I would be willing to pay that much, or if I'd just be paying off like 10 grand period is what it is then. But yeah, they'll be lucky if they ever get that from my ass at this point, dude. Really, in reality, since it's been 15 fucking years now and I haven't paid a dime of this shit, dude, because they fucked me over and didn't give me my damn degree is what it was, because they completely fucked over my degree path is what it didn't be in, making me homeless overnight, by the way, which if I hadn't been living with my siblings at the time, I would have been homeless completely and had to break my lease down there and paid money to break a lease then. So yeah, these fuckers, if anything, owe me money at this point, honestly, because they screwed over my ability to actually work and stuff like that back in the day. So there is that, honestly. So anyway, but yeah, that being said, though, that was should have been that was February then, so this should be the March one that came in right now. So I'm assuming this is the end of the month. Here's what it is, which will probably say 0 again. At least it better fucking say 0 again, since I have no money to pay their asses currently. And if anything, what I would do is I actually go to a what I'm trying to find right now is one of these people that actually get my shit like condensed down, or whatever the case be, and be like, hey, I can pay them like $5,000 something what it is now as a one-time thing. Yeah. Okay. So it was 26,000 some change now. Now it's 27,000 as of 21st here, which would be tomorrow. $27,069.67. So yeah, 27 grand right now is what they're claiming I fucking owe them, dude. From a bunch of bullshit accrued interest here. So I'm gonna figure this out right now while I'm sitting here with a calculator, because I think that 10 grand is actually overcharging me right now. I think it was more like 9 something they gave me actually. So I'm gonna figure out the exact amount that I took out in the principal here, because that's what I would actually owe them, technically speaking, because that was money I was given. Let's see, plus, let's see, 57.98. Yeah. So technically, with those two pieces of thing, the initial principal I took out was $9,298. So I don't even know them 10 grand at that point. Then I owe them $9,300. What I owe them, dude, and I'll give them $9,300 honestly, and that's it. That's all they're ever gonna get from my ass. Like, I'm not paying a fucking dime in interest at this point. So if they want to settle up for $9,000, that's fine with me. As soon as I get that cash, I'll go to them in hand, dude, and be like, but I want guaranteed fucking writing that I ain't ever getting charged another dime for this shit, dude, because fuck these people. So anyway, this is my one from my doctor here, which I'm assuming has to do with the medication he threw me on, is what it is then. So who's to say, but I'm really hoping that fucking whatchamacallit comes in tomorrow then, because it should be here there tomorrow or Friday. Then would be the new piece of mail that would be my for my bank account and stuff. All right, let's see here. Oh fuck. Huh. Abnormal lab results. You would think they'd be calling me back in the last month on that one, dude. Like, what the fuck, people? Yeah, that's weird as shit. Interesting. What time is it anyway? Oh, shit. Their office just closed now. Gotta call them up in the morning about that one then. What the fuck, dude? They're gonna tell me I got abnormal lab results from like a month ago? Like, what the hell, bro? Why don't you exacerbate on that a little bit, people? Jesus. So, which would make sense why I was put on the metformin pills there, which I'm still not taking those because I took them a couple of days and I just felt like shit, honestly, because of those. So, let's see here. It's the Social Security one. I'm assuming this has to do with my disability as well, for that matter, maybe, but who knows? Should honestly just be these fucking people just being like, okay, hey, you know what? We understand that you're fucked up and even worse than you were before now. Let's just give you fucking disability because you should be writing the blue book thing is what it is, bro. And by the way, since you're disabled, here's some food stamps too is what it is. So, you know, because that's how things should work in this fucking country as an American citizen. Right, this is February the 4th. What says here? Okay, this is just them telling me about the time I logged in there for the online thing is what it is then. Okay, that makes sense. So, yeah, and that's what I had to use to actually do my 60-day thing is what it was the other day. So, take all that mail, put it together here right now. What is this one? This is that's the thing. Okay. Yep, put all those together now. This was the other giant stack of mail that came in from both my brother and my mom that they were holding too, for that matter. So, yeah, got a bunch of stuff here. Most of my brother's shit is what it is here. And then, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 pieces of mail from my brother, 14, 15, 16, 17, and then 2 pieces of mail from my mom is what it was. So, yeah, pretty much as much as I had there is what it was then. I think the one in here might have been actually for, I'm going to open this one because I think it is from my mom, or at least it was from my mother. So, it would be us kids that would be taking care of this, then if that would be the case now. So, where did I put my thing there right now? There it is. It almost feels like they set this in a box at one point because it feels like it's gotten wet. Like it looks like it's gotten like wet or like had water drip on it or something. Then it's really weird. So I don't know what's up with that, man. It's strange. So I'm pretty sure this is my mom's name on it. Yep, that's who it's for. Okay, never mind. It was fucking out. Jesus. Yeah, it's literally nothing. It's fucking automotive financing bullshit. For cars and stuff. It's like, yeah, she's dead, man. She don't need a fucking car anymore. Like, goddamn, people. Seriously. Fucking idiots. Speaking of fucking idiots, we're going to go talk about AOC for a couple minutes here and the other dipshit Democrats as well on top of all that. So, let's go. First of all, let's go talk about fuckhead Jasmine Crockett. Then we'll talk about, actually talk about AOC as well on top of that one. Because just how fucking smooth brain Cortez is, man. She is a fucking dolt, and then some is what it is, man. There was 2 different videos. The one was the a small clip of the video that was taken out of the larger clip is what it was there. And then the bigger one was like 5 minutes and some change, I think is what it was or something. Or almost, no, I think it was over 4 minutes is what it was then. And the other one was like 13 seconds or something. And then you had, let's see if I can grab it here. Yeah, this video right here is of that fuckface Ismail Mohammed literally giving his concession speech last night, or his victory speech last night in fucking Somali. Not a word of fucking English, by the way, in over 4 minutes there, dude. For all I know, this guy's saying "Death to America" and all some other bullshit. Honestly, I have no idea because it's all fucking Somali. You know, it's like, get the fuck out of my country, you fucking cocksucker. Go out to the goddamn shit all you came from, you fucking douchebag. This is why there will be fucking violence pretty soon, dude. Honestly, because pieces of shit like this. Yeah, victory speech from newly elected Ohio Rep Ismail Muhammad was entirely in Somali, not a word of English. This is how you know you've been taken over and replaced. The hell we have at this point. We have every ability right now to boot this fucker out of office and kick every single one of his goddamn constituents out of fucking office too, for that matter, dude. So, out of this country, I should say. Which is what we should be doing right now. Gunpoint fucking tyranny, baby. Yeah, and then we had this smaller clip of dipshit Cortez here, which was a 13-second clip of her with that somebody imposed a helmet on her head because of how dumb she is. This is the line of questioning she was giving this guy, by the way.
What is the crime, sir? Specifically,
you asked me.
RICO is not a crime. It is a category. What is the
category of crime?
Yeah, it is a fucking crime, you dumb cunt. It's a fucking literal category crime. It's RICO Act, you stupid fucking bitch. That's what needs to happen to Cortez, seriously, dude. Smack the fucking taste out of that dumb cunt's mouth is what it is, dude. And show exactly why her dumb ass doesn't need to be in office ever again in this country. But yeah, this was the fucking retardation that happened today is what it was during these hearings. What it was is about 5 minutes long, so we're going to watch this, and then we're going to watch that Crockett thing too, as a matter. I haven't seen the Crockett one yet at all, so I haven't been able to discuss that one yet. But yeah, it's AOC meltdown at the, what do they call that? Babaliski hearing, I think that's what the guy's name was.
I heard your opening statement. It's submitted to the record, part of our proceedings. I have a quick question. Simple. Is it your testimony today that you personally witnessed President Joe Biden?
You mean cheater Joe Biden?
A crime.
I believe the fact that he was sitting with me while I was putting together a business
Did you
deal,
witness the president commit a crime? Is it your testimony today?
Yes.
And what crime have you witnessed?
How much time do I have to go through it?
It is simple. You name the crime. Did you?
You notice how she's acting like this is what I hate fucking about Cortez so much, dude. This dumb fucking cunt has the brain of a goddamn 5-year-old child, dude. And she's acting like the guy who is testifying there is like a fucking child too. She's basically an idiotic, retarded moron trying to be like a fucking 5-year-old mother to a fucking 5-year-old baby is what it is, or something like that, dude. She's a smooth-brained dipshit. She has no business being in power at all in this country, dude. And this is exactly what automatic qualification on every state power in this country right now, dude. It's from dumb fucking cunts like Cortez right now, dude. This bitch is an oath breaker beyond belief right now. She has committed dozens of fucking felonies in office in the past couple of years she's been in power right now. The fact that she has openly stolen taxpayer funds for her stupid-ass fucking paycheck since 2020 is an absolute slap in the face to everybody right now, dude. Or sorry, not 2020, 2018 midterms. So it'd be 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, and now 2024. For the past 6 years, this dumb cunt has fucking stolen fucking money from people now is what it is, dude. And yeah, not only that, but she's also done conspiracy charges and conspiracy crimes and stuff like that with the rest of the squad members and shit, dude. She was an accessory after the fact to Jamil Bowman pulling that fire alarm that day. So...
to watch him steal something?
Corruption statutes, RICO, and conspiracy.
What is it? What is?
He's trying to explain, you stupid fucking cunt. Shut your goddamn mouth and fucking speak.
You asked me to answer the question.
Yeah, specifically.
No.
RICO, you're obviously not familiar with. Corruption
Excuse me,
statutes.
sir. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me, sir. RICO is not a crime. It is a category. What is
it's
the
a category of crimes that you're then charged
You
under.
have charges.
A long 100.
You have charges, sir.
You want
Please
me to name
name.
the exact statute
Sir,
under RICO?
Yes.
Well, it's funny. In this committee room, everyone's not here. There's over 18
All right, sir. I reclaim my time.
lawyers that
I
went to law
reclaim my
school.
time. I
I'll leave
reclaim
it
my
up to
time.
You guys
Okay,
to
thank
define
you,
the
sir. I
statute.
reclaim my time.
Okay, so I'm going to stop this for a minute because I want to discuss what RICO is, for those who don't know. So what RICO actually is, and like that guy was saying, it's a category of crime. It's specifically, when you look it up here, comes up as Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, or the RICO Act. Yeah, Racketeer Influenced and Corruption Organizations Act is a United States law, dumb bitch, Cortez, that provides for extended criminal penalties in a civil case of action for acts performed as part of an ongoing criminal organization, aka what Biden is right now, dude, and what his fucking family is for that matter. It says RICO was enacted by Title IX of the Organized Crime Control Act of 1970. By the way, this was originally enacted to go after mobsters and shit like that, as what it was back in the day, because there's a bunch of kingpins and stuff like that, and old Italian mafia and stuff like that back in those days is what it was then. This article primarily covers the federal criminal statute, but since 1972, 33 U.S. states and territories have adopted state RICO laws. Guarantee New York's probably one of them, actually, for that matter. Says which, although similar, cover additional state crimes that may differ from the federal law in each other in several aspects. History of this whole thing was G. Robert Bakley, I think he's the guy's name, an advisor to the United States Senate Operations Committee, United States Senate Government Operations Committee, drafted the law under the close supervision of committee chairman and then Senator John L. Not sure how to pronounce the guy's last name. Says it was signed into law by President Richard Nixon. Prosecutors in the 1970s used it to prosecute the mafia, Italian mafia, as well as others who were actively engaged in organized crime. In later years, prosecutors have applied the law more broadly. Since 1972, 33 states have adopted their own RICO laws at state level. It's a summary. Under RICO, a person who has committed at least 2 acts of racketeering activity drawn from a list of 35 crimes, 27 federal crimes, and 8 state crimes, within a 10-year period can be charged with racketeering if such acts are related to one of the 4 specified in an enterprise. Said those found guilty of racketeering can be fined up to $25,000 and sentenced to 20 years in prison per racketeering count. So that means every fucking racketeering count that Biden's done right now, you can get 20 years in prison for each one of them, dude. Same thing with Hunter Biden. The same thing. Joe Biden can get all that stuff. Same thing with Hunter Biden can get that stuff as well. The rest of his fucking family as well has been involved in this shit too, for that matter. So in addition, the racketeer who must forfeit all ill-gotten gains, which means money, obviously, and interest in any business gained through a pattern of racketeering activity. A U.S. attorney who indicts someone under RICO has the option of seeking a pretrial restraining order or an injunction to temporarily seize the defendant's assets and prevent the transfer of potentially forfeitable property, as well as to require the defendant to put up a performance bond. An injunction or performance bond ensures that there is something to seize in the event of a guilty verdict. The provision prevented the owners of mafia-related shell corporations from basically selling off those assets. What it was said in many cases, the threat of RICO indictment can force defendants to plead guilty to lesser charges, in part based on the seizure of assets, would make it difficult to pay a defense attorney. So, despite its harsh provisions, a RICO-related charge is considered easy to prove in court because it focuses on patterns of behavior as opposed to criminal acts. Enterprise defined, so there must be at least 4 specific relationships between the defendants and the enterprise. Either the defendants invested the proceeds of the pattern of racketeering activity into the enterprise, or acquired or maintained an interest in or control of the enterprise through a pattern of racketeering activity, conducted or participated in the affairs of the enterprise through the pattern of racketeering activity, or the last one, which is conspired to do one of the above. And that's by the way, this shit right here is exactly what Biden did, and there's one of the other parts of this is what they also did, for that matter. I think it's the first one or the second one, actually. And so is a lot of the squad members too, dude, because they've been colluding and shit like that all the time is what it is then. So, not to mention you also have civil asset forfeiture and stuff like that in this country as well. So yeah, Cortez is just a dumb fucking cunt is what it is, dude. Fuck her right in the ass is what it is, dude. Fucking stupid bitch. So, She honestly just needs to get the stupid fuck out of her fucking head at this point, man. I mean that seriously. Yeah, let's go back and hear what the rest of this stupid cunt has to say in the last 3.5 minutes of this video now.
Clearly, what we are seeing here today
is you're a dumb
is
cunt.
a continuation of the 15-month saga of the Republican majority lost in the desert. Impeachment.
No, that's you lost up
101.
your own head, bitch.
The majority party or whomever is raising impeachment must accuse the president of a high crime,
which he's done. High fucking treason at least a dozen times in the past month, you stupid bitch.
The House resolution to open this impeachment.
It's like your fucking dumbasses coming into this shit too. I bring losing the fucking state like New York is what it is. Dumb whore.
A high crime or misdemeanor. It's not here. Now, when we compare the
again, just slap the shit out of her, man.
His previous opening, he's talking about Ukraine and Burisma and all of this. This entire inquiry is based on a blockbuster piece of information that was
God, she is such a fucking retard, man.
Room, and inside that room was a document alleging President Biden directly of a $10 million bribery scheme.
Because he did. He admitted to it, the fucking thing, dude, many times.
Extremely serious.
On phone calls and shit.
What happened? What happened a month ago, Mr. Chairman? That document, the FBI arrested the person who offered those allegations for falsifying his testimony to the FBI.
Oh, you mean this corrupt ass FBI that went after me 5 years ago?
Based on an actual provable individual who has lied. Now, responsible leadership would withdraw an inquiry based on that. Withdraw it. Instead, what we are seeing is that this committee was warned about the falsehoods of these allegations long before that, warned by Trump's Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, and yet they proceeded anyway. The chairman proceeded anyway. This committee was warned by Rudy Giuliani associate right here, Lev Parnas, after that document about the falsehoods of this. Then held hearings.
You mean all the people you paid off at that point, dumb bitch?
Expert witnesses said that there was no grounds for impeachment, and you proceeded anyway. And finally, as if none of this was enough, the FBI arrested the individual who was the source of the entire, to quote the
you mean the corrupt as fuck FBI that's only raped kids and other people raped kids when they filmed them raping kids so they can get dirt on them then?
At this point, the story is not the fact
those people.
That the basis of this impeachment inquiry is wrong. The story is why it's proceeding anyway.
Because it has a bunch of fucking legs, you dumb cunt.
Proceeding based on false charges.
False charges, my ass.
And by the way, no charges. I have yet to hear in the chairman's opening the allegation that they are specifically charging the president of the United States with.
It's not president of the United States, you fucking piece of shit. You cheated just like you fucking cheated in the office, dumb whore.
I'm hearing about this and that. I am not hearing the specific allegations.
Yeah, because you're not letting the man speak, you stupid bitch.
By this committee. What is it? It's not here. And that is the problem. The story is when this committee knew that they were working with falsified evidence. That's the story. And with that, I yield back.
Gentle lady yields back.
So, I really wish that we had the ability, like some X-Men power stuff, where you could have like some telekinesis kind of shit or whatever. And it's because I was watching X-Men 97 this morning, is what it was. First couple of episodes they dropped of that is what it was then. And it was Jean Grey's telekinetic powers and stuff like that, and telekinesis and stuff like that she had, where she was able to like move stuff, and it had like a blue or like some other coloration there is what it was. Yeah, I would love to be able to do that and just like slap like a fucking thing over AOC's dumbass mouth when she's interrupting people like that and have the guy like actually speak what the fucking crimes are. So again, this is right here. Honestly, what's interesting about this whole situation there is she's talking about Biden impeachment, but in reality, what AOC brought up there is exactly why she needs to be removed from office immediately at this point, dude, in history. And why is the 20th of the Constitution, which have auto DQs on power right now, and not to mention auto DQs from even running for office if that be the case then. So, yeah, just all kinds of crimes right now. These people looking at right now, dude. Not to mention she's all insider trading sack of shit right now, is what it is. So there is that. And then moving on from that one, we have piece of shit Jasmine Crockett, who I have not actually heard about. I have not actually watched this one yet. I think this is about 4 or 5 minutes too as well. So go ahead and click off of that right now. Yeah, it's just over 5 minutes as well on this one. So I guarantee it's gonna be some dumbass bullshit like AOC, man. For those who don't know who Jasmine Crockett is, she is the fucking crack whore from some part of Texas. I think it is one of the major cities, if I'm not mistaken, like Houston or Dallas or something like that. That's what it is there. Which would make a lot of sense, honestly, because she's fucking a retard, basically. And it really does go to show, like, these people are not bringing their best when they're actually going into elected office and stuff like that, dude. They're actually bringing the worst possible candidate possible in these districts. And, of course, it's always some minority female, by the way. Because that way, if you try to, like, talk shit about them or you try to, like, call them out for this bullshit, they'll just cry racism is what it is, dude. Because, again, it's the only fucking card they have in their deck, dude. They have no actual argument for anything at that point. So they're going to sit there and fucking play the race card every goddamn time. And it's like, just shut the fuck up, cunts. Seriously. You have nothing to actually bring to the table. You got nothing to actually fucking say legitimately. There's a bunch of dumbasses that want to sit there and fucking whine and cry and bitch and moan some more. And cuck for your fucking bullshit ass pedophile buddy Biden. Which is so fucking stupid to me, by the way. Because the guy is the dimensional old fuck. He is a literal cheater. He is a child molester for decades now. And yet these fucking retard young minority females are actually trying to cover for this racist asshole who actually has done racist shit against people who look like them in the past is what it is, dude. Including dropping N-bombs and stuff like that. So, yeah, it's just fucking ridiculous entirely, man, is what it is. But anyway. This is Crockett's dumbass speaking then.
First of all, Mr.
God, what a fucking piece of shit ghetto trash, dude.
Elections LLC is?
Yeah, Crockett is legitimately ghetto trash, dude, for real.
Well, it's not a who.
Okay, well, do you know what it is?
Yes, it's a LLC.
Do you know what it is?
And is the LLC
Jasmine?
that your attorney works for?
I believe.
Actually, you know what? I just realized something. Jasmine Crockett is what happens when a Tiffany Henyard type isn't mayor of a town, but she runs for Congress and wins because her entire ghetto-ass district votes for her dumb ghetto-ass in the office of what it is there, man. And then you wonder how we get shit representation in this country. Yeah, there should not be voting rights by default in this country, honestly, dude. You should have to pass a constitutional test to have voting rights in this nation, honestly. And I would say to run for office, you have to pass 2 different tests, honestly. One should be, number one, an IQ test. And if you don't have a good enough IQ, you can't fucking run for office then because you're a dumbass. And then number 2, it should be, on top of that, then a constitutional-based test based on the U.S. Constitution is what it is then. And more specifically, the Bill of Rights and like other stuff like due process and the 14th Amendment, stuff like that's what it is there. And if you can't get a good enough passation on that one of like 75, 80%, whatever it is there, then you can't run for office either on that one. So if you're not smart enough and if you can't pass a constitutional-based test, you cannot run for office in this country. And that's how it should be, honestly, across the board. And I guarantee if our founding fathers knew what had happened to our country now in the past 30 years or so, they would come back out of their graves into our nation right now and say the exact same thing, honestly. So, anyway.
So, yeah.
You believe so. Okay. So at this point
God,
in
what a
time,
fucking
I'd
ghetto
ask
whore,
unanimous
man.
consent to enter into the record a document indicating that the law firm representing Tony Bobulinski was paid $10,000 as recently as January of this year by the Save America PAC, which you may recognize as Donald Trump's PAC.
Without objection.
Thank you. Now, so far in this hearing, it has felt like
Clown
the
ass,
worst
dude.
episode of The Apprentice. I'm sure you're familiar with that show. It seems
Yeah, you would be the
like
first
my
one word off, you
colleagues
dumb
and
bitch.
maybe you and some others are trying to become the next vice president of the United States of America. You're auditioning or something like that because Mr. Bobulinski, I know that
Sounds like you're auditioning to be a congresswoman, dumb bitch,
your
even though you're not
has been called into
qualified at
question
all.
over and over. But when someone comes to testify under oath, whether it's before this committee, behind closed doors, or in person, then we have to evaluate someone's credibility. And sir, I definitely have always had issues with your credibility, as I know.
What about your credibility there, Crockett? Oh yeah, that's right. You don't have any fucking ghetto piece of shit.
What happened behind closed doors?
Well, you should ask her O'Connor about my credibility.
You a question. Okay.
You are?
When I haven't. So when I ask you a question, that's
yeah. So why don't you go on your fucking stupid ass tirade, you dumb bitch? It's actually got a goddamn question, you stupid fucking whore.
Because it's my time.
Actually, it's not your time. It's the fucking American people's time, you dumb bitch.
Closed doors, you called a number of people liars. You called the
because you're a
Wall
fucking
Street
liar.
Journal liars. You called Cassidy Hutchinson a liar. You called
Yes.
the FBI a liar.
Because they
You
are.
called Rob Walker a liar. You called James Gilliar a liar.
'Cause
You
they are.
called Hunter Biden a liar. You called
'Cause
Jim
Hunter is a
Biden
liar.
And just today, you added to your list. You called my colleague, Congressman Mr. Goldman, a liar as well.
Because Goldman is a
seems
fucking
like,
lying sack
according
of
to
shit.
you, the only person that's telling the truth is you, and everyone else is lying. But
Because you Democrats are, you're
I wanna
for a
move
fucking
on to
child
something
molesting
else.
piece of
Is
shit
that a
criminal.
question,
it's
or-
not a question.
Okay.
Then answer
You'll know
ask
when
a
I
fucking
ask you a
question, you
question.
dumb
I'm
cunt. You fucking
So,
stupid piece of
The
shit.
other thing that I want to talk about is the fact that my colleague from the other side of the aisle talked about the company that.
See, I'm sorry, but like the fact that we've been at this right now for almost 3 fucking minutes and this dumb bitch has yet to ask a fucking question, just yank her fucking time at that point, people, and be like, sorry, Crockett, you're a fucking crack whore. Step out of that fucking seat and get your ghetto ass the fuck out of these goddamn chambers. You're not in fucking Congress anymore, you stupid bitch. That's what you said to this fucking whore right now, dude. If nothing else, be like, hey, Sergeant at Arms, come arrest this dumb cunt right now. For illegal sitting in these chambers, what it is right now. So.
We keep. And she wanted to go through a list of people that she felt like were bad company because right now the majority has been relying upon the testimony of someone who's currently sitting in federal prison. And we know that your company
Yeah, because you trip
is
people
the
on
company
charges.
of somebody who's been found liable of fraud, as well as defamation, as well as sexual assault, and for whatever reason can't pay his bills at this point in time. But
yeah, that's what Joe Biden's
I'm
not a
going to
child
ask
molester,
Mr.
lady.
Harness. So this is a question to him. Are you aware if Trump had any associates that have been found guilty of anything?
Yes, lots of them,
Lots of them.
me included.
You included. Okay. So when you were called here to testify, you weren't called here to testify for any other reason than to tell the truth. Is that correct?
Yes, Congressman.
Now, we started this.
Again, no questions are being
whole
asked in
jam
this in
because of the
almost
10-20
4 minutes now.
And that was debunked by you, was it not?
Debunked
Yes.
my ass.
Way before we started this impeachment inquiry. And you mentioned a number of times this guy by the name of Rudy Giuliani.
Yes.
Now, you know, everybody is so stressed about the fact that Hunter ain't here today. But, you know,
God, what
Hunter
a
came and
fucking
testified
ghetto piece of
behind
shit,
closed doors
dude.
for over 6 hours. And every single one of them, they weren't limited to 5 minutes. They could ask whatever they wanted to. And there's a full transcript of his testimony. So I don't know.
Yeah, where he
what
let his fucking
they wanted
ass
to do
off continuously.
besides the fact that they wanted to put on the show. But let me tell you something. This whole thing is based upon something that Giuliani came up with.
Yes.
And we tried to subpoena him. That's what I remember. If anybody else remember, we asked, we said, hey, we should subpoena Giuliani. But you know, kind of like when we were trying to get his cell phone,
Did you say axe?
they shut it down, right? Like they don't want the
Jesus
facts.
fucking
But
Christ,
you
lady.
would agree
I
with
want
me
to speak correctly, you dumb
considering the fact
cunt.
that you were working under Rudy Giuliani at the time that you went over to Ukraine, that he has maybe some valuable information that he could offer this committee as to whether or not there's anything that we should be investigating in the first place.
Absolutely, Congressman. I wish that this committee would subpoena Rudy Giuliani.
5 minutes in and we still have yet to have a question asked, by the way, in this whole thing.
You put him under oath alongside me to get to the bottom of the truth of what actually happened in Ukraine and to the manipulation that Trump and Giuliani and the team went.
Yeah, it's called your buddy Biden was fucking taking a shitload of money, asshole.
But somehow it doesn't look like we're going to get there. And I thank you for your time.
Yeah, you're not going to get there because you don't ask questions, you stupid fucking cunt. How the hell do you expect to get there when you don't ask a goddamn question there, Crockett, you fucking crack whore? Seriously, bro. This is exactly what we need to have a maximum amount of fucking seats on in this country right now for Congress. And it needs to be 5 per state at maximum. And those 5 per state should go as follows. It should be 4 in the ruralest parts of the rural areas of that state. And then the 5th one is the capital of the state. So for here in Ohio, it would be various parts of rural areas that would be covered underneath the thing is what it is for Congress. And then there would be a 5th one down in Columbus is what it would be. And what would happen there is, in general, if you can't get, like, you know, certain things. And it could be like a 3-2 split, honestly, on that one, too, for that matter, where it'd be like 3 in the rural areas. You have a secondary major city or a bunch of major cities like Ohio has what it is. Then you have, like, 4 cities fighting over the second city is what it would be then. So essentially you'd have, like, 1 for Columbus, which would go Democrat all the time. And then you'd have 1 that would be Cleveland, Cincinnati, Dayton, Toledo, Youngstown, etc. and it would be people that would be, be almost like a double primary on that one, where they would fight in the original primary in their area there, and then it'll be whoever wins those primaries in their little city areas would then go to a state level for the secondary primary, and it would be like 5, 6 Democrats, whatever the case be, fighting against each other then from different parts of the state then for that second season would be then. So, and it could be the same exact thing for places like Texas, where you have like, the capital of Texas there, and then it would be the other major cities besides that, like your San Antonios, your Houstons, your Dallas, Austin, all stuff like that's what it is or whatever. I forget which one is actually their capital. I want to say it's Houston, but I could be wrong about that one. It might be Austin. But either way, it would be the rest of them would have like a secondary seat and stuff like that. And then it would be the other parts of Texas would have like congressional districts. This would be then 3 of them in the rural areas and stuff like that there. So, and then California would have like 4 rural areas and 1 major cities would be then. So, actually, that salty cracker guy caught it pretty much spot on here. He said for Crockett and company there, he said all these Democrats sound like they eat crayons. No, they sound like they fucking smoke crack before. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they were smoking crack with Hunter Biden in the back, dude, before they came out that day. Like, that makes sense, honestly. Crackhead fucking Crockett sounds exactly like that, dude. Let's see. This person here, it goes by Freedom and Whiskey, said they're all so drunk with power, they won't even let him speak. They just go off on their TDS rants. Yeah, Trump rants, exactly, dude. Let's see. So the person said, I cannot stand listening to drama queen Crockett. She is nothing but show and theater. Yeah, she's a fucking ass clown, dude, entirely. She's a fucking idiot. She is literally the queen of the fucking ghetto is what it is, dude, legitimately. And somehow being the queen of the fucking ghetto gets you into Congress in this country for some reason, as long as you're a Democrat and stuff like that. So fucking stupid. Let's see. Then we got another person saying, think I've seen this woman with a shower cap on fighting another woman in a Walmart, meaning Crockett fighting another one in Walmart. The same guy said if AOC was more brown and a hairstylist instead of a bartender, meaning Crockett there. And then the person that calls himself the right guy said a more ghetto version of AOC being Jasmine Crockett. Yep, exactly. This person here said, if there is any evidence to support Jasmine Crockett's claim that Biden's impeachment inquiry is based on false information from Rudy Giuliani, ? Yeah, there's not. That's the whole point, dude. It's her fucking talking on both sides of her mouth and her fucking ass at the same time. And her ass just happens to be her fucking mouth hole at this point. So, yeah. And this person says the term full of crock applies here. Yep, exactly, dude. I would say it's honestly, she's a crock of shit, honestly, is what it is, dude. Because that makes actually more sense even. So, yeah, as this guy said, wasted 5 minutes of my time listening to this. We all did at the end of the day, man. Actually, this one says it correctly. Congress is a 24/7 episode of Maury right now. Yep, exactly. That's what it is, dude, at the end of the day. So, yeah. Yeah, this person said the fact that Goldman is a compulsive liar. People that voted him in should be ashamed of themselves. Well, it sounds to me like it's more. That's pretty much spot on right there, too, by the way. That person saying hood rat. Yep, that's exactly what Crockett is, actually, dude. She's a goddamn hood rat. That is a pretty cool. I'm going to go ahead and save that, actually, for later, because that's a badass looking picture. So, I should make a t shirt out of that one. I guarantee if I made a t-shirt out of that and sold it for like $20 a pop, dude, that would sell like fucking hotcakes, honestly, to people, because they would be dumb to buy that shit. So, let's see what this guy said here. Said comprehensive layout of exactly what the big guy is in a song form. I'm not going to listen to that. That was what it is. So, let's see. Somebody else said Crockett is a schemer, wasting time. She started by acting like she was going to grill the Bobolinsky guy and then couldn't bring herself to ask him a single question. The whole time, she only asked questions of one guy who sees things in, quote, the blue light. Yeah, exactly, dude. It's a bunch of shit entirely. Yeah, and then this Marion woman said Jasmine Crockett and Alexandra Ocasio-Cortez and company doing all women a disservice every day. Yeah, because they're fucking ghetto trash is what it is, dude. They have no business being in office ever. This stupid bitch doesn't, and this fucking dumb cunt right here doesn't. So, Let's see. Texas's 30th district is what she represents there. Let's go ahead and look up where Texas District 30 is actually located, in city-wise and stuff like that. Let me look up Texas District 30 area. Okay, so going to Wikipedia here. This is the district that Jasmine Crockett represents right here, which is covers much. Okay, yeah, there you go. City of Dallas and parts of the Dallas metro area. So Dallas Fort Worth, which represents basically is what it is. That sounds about right. So the DFW. Yep. So Dallas, Texas is what she represents right there, dude. So of course, major, like I said, major city in the fucking state, dude. Of course, they're gonna pick some ghetto piece of shit trash like her is what it is. Their Congress or their Congresswoman is what it is, man. Because they're all ghetto as hell in those fucking areas, dude. I'd like to point out, by the way, that it was the Dallas area back in 2020 that was blocking fucking roads and stopping people from getting by. And then when people actually tried to move them out of the way, the fucking shithead cops tried to arrest those people, is what it was. That were like, dude, why aren't you doing your job as a police officer and arresting people for blocking traffic and doing obstruction of traffic laws and stuff like that? So, blocking the road and shit. I've about had it with these fucking people across the board right now, dude. I really have. It really is time. Like, this is exactly what I've said many times before. I'll say it again right now. This is exactly why we need to have the ability to fight Congress people and just politicians in general across the board in our lives, dude. Every single American should get somewhere between 5 to 10 shots of people right now. And you can enact them whenever the fuck you want. It's at least 5, maybe 10 in your lifetime, depending. And it would be, you get either 5 or you get 10. It depends how we all work it out. Because it'd probably be like voting and stuff like that would be my guess, honestly, if we all get like 5, get a chance to fight 5 people or 10 people that are politicians then. I would prefer 10 myself personally, just because there's like a whole ton that I'd like to fight right now is what it is. And I would need at least 9 before you get to that like final boss kind of thing is what it is then, dude. So anyway, but yeah, this is a pretty good one right here. Going back to the Crockett thing. Said, not a gynecologist, but I know what a cunt is when I see one. Meaning stupid bitch Crockett is what it is there. Yep. Exactly. And this is what Crockett is, dude. She's a dumb fucking ghetto cunt in general. So. Yeah, this is Robbie Guy said, so sick of these hood rats. Exactly, dude. Exactly. Yep. They're all fucking trash, dude. That's what it is. Yeah. See, somebody said Jasmine had some staff member write something up and couldn't verbalize it. She's on Guam. That's tipping over. Yeah. With Hank Johnson and company. Yeah. Sounds about right, honestly. So. Wouldn't surprise me in the least, honestly, on that one, dude. But anyway. See what else is going on Twitter today right now. If anything worth discussing here. Okay, let's see. We got Bezos' girlfriend has been going viral for amazing physique. She got some nice tits, I'll tell you that much right now. She honestly kind of looks like a tranny, though, to be honest. I've seen, like, trans people that look exactly like her ass, honestly, dude. So, wouldn't surprise me if he's dating some, like, fucking dude below the waist, want to be female on top of the waist is what it is. Not really. Although it could just be she just looks fake as fuck too, for that matter, dude. Because her face looks like it's got a bunch of like weird like Botox lip injection shit going on there, which I fucking can't stand. Is what it is, dude. It just makes you look so disgusting, honestly. So let's see what else we got here. We got group of thugs beat up helpless man at St. Patrick's Day parade in Boston. Video shows them beating, spitting, throwing stuff on, and kicking the man down a hill where he knocks his head. Won't see this covered on mainstream media because shocker, it was black and white again. Yeah, makes sense, dude. Makes a lot of sense actually on that one. So, Jesus fucking Christ. Okay, so there's actually even more of the Crockett bullshit here. This was another like minute or so video. Here's what it is. Where it was. Let's see here now. Yeah, it says Crockett snaps at Bobulinski. I said I'm speaking and didn't ask you a question.
Here's my time
Dumb
to
bitch.
Representative Crockett.
Yes, I just want to make sure that I point out, and this is not a question, just in case you wanted to know, that on page 174 of your
Christ, you
transcribed
dumb
interview,
whore.
line 9, it says this is
Line
an absolute
9.
lie in reference to talking about the FBI. What you
I
stated,
did not call the
what was
FBI
stated
agents
right
liars.
before that was,
I
first
said
of all,
they
I
misstated
said that I'm
or made
speaking, and I did
mistakes.
not ask you a question.
You actually
First
did,
of
you
all-
dumb bitch. You said, hey, on this line, there's this thing. So you're essentially verbalizing something to where the guy's going to respond to it, you stupid bitch.
It
Fucking
doesn't
moron.
say Tony Bobulinski told the
God, what a fucking piece of ghetto shit, dude.
say Tony Bobulinski told the FBI. This is a summary of 2 agents that took notes through my interview, and their
Oh,
summary
my God.
apparently that they presented says Bobulinski first met in person with members of the Biden family at a 2017 meeting in Miami, Florida. This is an absolute lie. That is what it says. The final thing that I'm going to say is about this. What we have from Kim Buck, a Republican. I don't think that the impeachment of Biden is appropriate, and so House.
Oh, you mean Rhino sack of shit Ken Buck, who's retiring at the end of the year?
Is going to be about as successful as his ability about
Yeah.
talking me into an unconstitutional impeachment.
I'll let her have 30 seconds over. Chair now recognize.
I swear to God, there are some people in this country who get the fucking brakes beat off them at this point, dude. And Crockett is one of them, 100% across the fucking board, buddy. Like her and AOC both, for that matter. Let's see what this one's about. Oregon man arrested and accused of grabbing woman's feet and rubbing them on his face. The fuck? Jesus Christ, dude. What the fuck? Oh, my God. Oh, this country's going to hell in a handbasket, man. It really is. Let's see what else we got here now. Paul Guy said, black men in Las Vegas chase down a white man and stomp him. Mob of black women join in on the violence against the lone white victim. Imagine the rightful national outrage if the races were reversed. So instead, you will never hear about this on the mainstream media because it doesn't fit the narrative of black and white hate is what it is there. So, yep. And this is exactly why you carry a fucking gun with you, dude. I don't care if you're on the Vegas Strip or you're like any place else you can't really carry. Like, fucking carry anyway, man. Go full Bernie Getz on people, dude. Because sometimes you have to. And that's the thing, you know, people want to fucking murk you out like that, dude. I guarantee you fucking pull a gun and shove it in their fucking face. They're going to back the fuck up real quick. If they don't, guess what? It's bang, bang, bitch. That's going to happen more and more in this country, honestly. And people just need to take the fucking hits if that be the case, man. Hell, put a fucking mask on and then run for it. So, anyway. But anyways, let's see where was I at right now. What is this now? New eruption detected near Japanese island of Jima. Island is part of the volcano island, something or other. Researchers expect a new island to emerge due to the eruption. That's cool. I mean, not really, but it actually, like, cause it could fuck up other places around that and stuff like that. But the fact that you have a new island because of, like, volcanic eruptions is pretty sweet. Again, that's Mother Nature and act right there is what it is, dude. Pretty badass on that one. So, anyway, let's see. Then we got breaking. Biggest agricultural protest in Polish history. According to the police estimates, up to 70,000 farmers are shutting down over 570 locations today there in Poland. That's cool. That's honestly what we should do here in America for real, man. Because that would actually work. Let's see. Then we got Wall Street Apes people here doing their thing, talking about dumb cunt AOC claiming that RICO is not a crime. Remember, AOC does not have the experience, brains, or qualifications to sit in Congress. She was hired as a political actor. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was elected thanks to a casting call put up by Democrats, specifically those Democrats being Young Turks founder Chonk Uger. And this person said, I'm resharing this because everyone needs to keep being reminded these people are just faces for the camera. real people who run the government are the banks and corporations. AOC's brother submitter. Wait, AOC's brother submitter her applicate, or should we submit her application? And she was chosen by the exec director of Justice Democrats out of 10,000 candidates. It's all on camera. Says story, watch to the end, see footage of AOC and Alexandria Rios confirming this on camera. They can't hide it, they're bragging. This is quoted as saying, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez is not really the congresswoman of New York's 14th Congressional District. She's essentially an actress. She's merely playing the part of New York congresswoman. I know this sounds crazy, but bear with me. In 2017, a group called Justice Democrats held auditions for potential congressional candidates that they would run on their platform for various congressional seats throughout the country. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's brother, Gabriel, submitted her for the role. Now I've auditioned for many acting roles in my day, also cast many of my own projects, know how this works. If you find somebody with star power, even if you don't 100% fit the part, you go for with it. Obviously, AOC has star power. Not really, though. So just look at her. She's a superstar. Most famous person in Congress, maybe ever. No, she's the biggest retarded person in Congress ever, is what it is there, dude. So casting was perfect. Now I don't have to go digging for evidence on this because feel free to admit it. They brag about it. This is the guy from saying this whole thing is what it is. It said Alexandria Rios, executive director of Justice Democrats, back in 2016, said, "quote We put out a call for nominations. We got over 10,000 nominations. Out of those 10,000, we found Alexandria. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's brother told me he had sent my nomination in the summer." Or that's what AOC said. My brother's, said AOC said my brother sent the whole thing there. But I was like literally working out of a restaurant. It's like there's no way. Casting call. They had a casting call. They cast Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez in the role of a congresswoman. Yeah, it's a goddamn joke, dude. Is what it is. She's a fucking smooth-brained dipshit. Is what it is, dude. This bitch was stealing people's tips, by the way, as a fucking bartender, for God's sakes. She has no business being in a position of power in this country, dude. And again, if we literally had a fucking constitutional test and we had a fucking IQ test for these people to have to run for office, she would never pass either one of them. She would be disqualified in the fucking spot from even running for office, for that matter, for God's sakes. We get rid of her dumbass real quick is what it is. We should be getting rid of her fucking congressional district title in this country, dude, for real. If we actually did the 5 thing, like I mentioned before, about having 5 seats of power in every single state is what it is for Congress and shit, dude, she would not be one of them. It would be a bunch of old Democrat fuckers is what it is then, dude. So, oh, Jesus Christ. This person said Crackhead Croc is going to be vice president one day. Well, I mean, if she's got the dick-sucking ability of Kamala Harris, probably, yeah. Although, is she going to be for real vice president, or is she going to be like Kamala, where she's a goddamn cheater, is what it is? I'm guessing the second one, honestly, on that one. So, yeah, here's Crackhead Crockett again in 2 more minutes.
It has felt like the worst episode of The Apprentice. I'm sure you're
Oh, yeah, it's different.
Called Rob Walker, a liar.
Okay, never mind. That was the same one from earlier then. South Asia is not for beginners. Holy shit, bro. Damn, son. Dude, fuck all that. That's what these people should be sent, by the way, to that South Asian country there where you almost get murked out by a fucking bus like that, dude. So. There's a good one right there. Dude has no respect. Literally 2 dudes boxing. The guy turns around to go take the break or whatever. And the guy punches him right in the face from behind. Sucker punches his ass. Almost kills him then. Let's see here. We got new one. Uber driver accidentally runs over kid walking in front of his car and gets assaulted by the family while trying to free the child. Houston, Texas Uber driver Mohammed Khan got beaten up while trying to save a 1-year-old child who he couldn't see in front of his vehicle. It says, let's see, when the family got out of his car, they weren't paying attention to their infant who walked in front of the vehicle. So while Khan tried breaking the small girl free, family thought it would be smart to beat his ass. Yeah, I guarantee they're ghetto pieces of shit, dude, is what it is. It was probably, most likely, given the guy's name, he's probably Middle Eastern, or the case be, they're probably black, is my guess, honestly. Yeah, it says baby who was about to turn 2 years old, and Khan was taken to the hospital. Unfortunately, the child did not make it. Khan was hospitalized with severe injuries. The witness said Khan tried to save the girl. Says Mr. Khan stopped the vehicle, but the juvenile was stuck underneath the left tire. Jesus.
Unless
Yeah, it looks like it's probably some fucking ghetto trash, honestly, on that. Yeah, it was definitely black people that beat the dude's ass, what it was then, dude. Fucking ridiculous is what it is, man. Like, seriously, what kind of hell kind of ghetto trash are you, man, when you're gonna beat the shit out of somebody who's trying to save your fucking kid, you morons? Fucking idiots, dude, for real. Oh, this is a good one right here. Can't really talk about it too much, but I'll watch the video here later. I'll post it to the YouTube or the Twitter account too as well, which is this is Alex Jones video from earlier today that says, and I quote, something I talked about many times in this on this channel and on this in these chats, by the way, which is emergency alert, deep state beta testing martial law. Yep. National Guard deployed New York City subway. Makes sense. That would actually be the beta test, by the way, to see if people put up with that shit, and they did. So, yep, I can totally see that being the case right now, dude. It would make a lot of sense across the board right now. 100%. 100%. So, anyway.
Going to see on their morning and evening commutes in New York City. You're going to see the National Guard here standing here along with state police and more law enforcement. 750 National Guardsmen and 250 New York State troopers are being deployed into the subway system. That's in addition to the 1,000.
Do you guys remember years ago with the TSA, there was supposed to be like a special wing of it that was almost like a SWAT team called Viper? Because I remember that. It was like VIPR or something like that. And I feel like that's exactly what these National Guardsmen are right now. They're like that Viper strike team and stuff like that. So, and it makes sense to do like, and the thing is too, by the way, like this people don't realize too, for that matter either, dude. And I've talked about this many times before. If you're actually going to have a complete lockdown of this country with martial law and stuff like that, dude, it's not going to happen. It would have to be, you would have to fearmonger people into submission again, like you did in 2020, which even then most people like myself are going to put up with that shit ever again, is what it is now, especially with my mother being gone now. Because she was holding me back a lot back then, dude, from not just fucking going apeshit on government officials at that point then. But yeah, the entire point is it's like, I don't have her here to do that anymore, dude. So yeah, it's fucking game on, bitches, at this point. And, you know, I will literally citizens arrest every single one of these fuckers if that be the case, man. Like, I will lead the charge to do that stuff if it comes to it. If they try that shit again this time around. But anyway, the whole entire point I'm trying to make, though, is you have, if we had all military right now that's overseas and out of this country right now on different bases and stuff, if you brought every single military man and woman back, and this is as of a few years ago, I think they have less than this now is what it is now, but it was at the time, you had everybody brought back there, you activated all the National Guard people and stuff like that as well at every single state level. The amount of people between U.S. military services from Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, and then the National Guard on top of that one, as well as like Coast Guard and stuff, you would only have enough individuals to keep 8 major cities in this country locked down permanently. The rest of those areas would be null and void at that point, dude. It would be either no-go zones, or it would be having to have American people police ourselves, what it would be then. And I guarantee most of us ain't put up with that shit, dude. We're going to be like, no, fuck you. We'll have freedom. Here's what it is, bitch. So what you would have is you would have something very much like we saw with Russia and Ukraine to begin with there, where you had Russia go in there and use their conscripts and stuff like that. And it would be a situation there where you would have, as soon as they left the town or whatever the case be, or as soon as the majority left the town or whatever, you have townspeople come out there and beat the fuck out of the last couple ones that were there and just take their shit as what it was, dude. And that's exactly why I believe, truthfully, going back to what we've seen here in the last, 6 months or so with that asshole Dick Durbin talking about giving all these illegals U.S. citizenship, but they would join the military and stuff like that. They're trying to pump the numbers up. We talked about this many times for the last several weeks now in Honda's chats and stuff like that with, what they're actually trying to do is basically give themselves as Honda likes to point out, it's giving themselves a base of people who have no actual desire to worry about the laws of the U.S. at this point or have any ties to the U.S. Constitution for being a bunch of oath-breaking fuckers, what it is there, dude. And so they don't give a shit about our laws or our rights or anything like that. And they'll just trample all of them is what it is there because you're illegal in the country is what it is for that matter. And so, yeah, I would not be surprised at least if that's what's going to happen right now. If they're basically doing, if we have them priming that shit, and then you'd have like these kill squads essentially of illegal shit in this country right now, dude. And I'll be damned if I let these people fucking kill me is what it is, dude. Or any of my fucking family for that matter. Like, again, it's game fucking on at that point, bitches. Like, let's fucking go already is what it is, man, for real. But anyway, the entire point I'm trying to make is, though, it shouldn't have to come to that, really. It really shouldn't, man. We should be able to just do what needs to be done in this country and not even have to fucking worry about it. But that's the problem right now, is we have to worry about that shit because a bunch of assholes are doing a bunch of bullshit here and trying to fuck with our rights, trying to fuck with our ability to defend ourselves versus tyrannical governments is what it is, dude. You have a criminal-ass, corrupt-ass government that has illegally brought in a bunch of people from overseas and across the fucking earth, basically, to our borders, all mostly fighting age males for that matter. A lot of which are gang members, a lot of which are cartel affiliated people and stuff like that, etc. Some of which are cannibals, for God's sake, from Haiti and stuff like that now is what it is. And, of course, they're going to try and fuck us in the ass like that, dude, is what it is. You know? It's death by 1,000 cuts. It always has been. That's just what we're seeing right now is what it is, man. So, anyway. So, let's see. You had that one there with the New York City one. You got Chicago here.
On the CTA, Johnson says it's not his decision.
The National Guard, that's under the jurisdiction.
Talking about National Guard there.
Right. So all I can say is what I am responsible for.
Hill says the police have their hands full in this.
Arrest someone for martial law in America. We feel helpless. We feel like we're sitting ducks. And even when the police come and do arrest somebody, we pick up the same person the next day. So the globalist CIA New World Order Combine is openly preparing civil war and martial law in America and rolling out troops on the streets, as I told you they would out of this. I think everybody agrees that's been paying attention that I am the police state New World Order martial law expert. Only because I'm 20 years old and they've got black helicopters flying around in Round Rock and San Antonio, blowing up buildings at night, and people I know have seen it, and then the newspapers say it isn't existing, and then my cousin saw them in Houston blowing up like 3 floors of a building at night. And this
interesting. Not surprising though. And that's obviously Jones talking about that. That would have been in the 19. How the fuck old is Alex Jones? I'm thinking about it, dude. Look that up right now. Alex Jones age 50. So he would have been 1994 then when that happened. That dude's only really. That guy's only 50. Jesus Christ, he seems way older than that, man. It's got to be all those years of just hard work, man. Honestly, and having to deal with the globalist bullshit and all the fuckery with all the Sandy hookers and everybody else. Like that's what it is there. So anyway,
is in like 1994 when I was first getting on air.
Yeah.
And I'm like covering it, and there's suddenly articles about me in the paper saying he's crazy. He believes in black helicopters. So I make some phone calls, check with some family. They go, yeah, that's Delta Force. They're doing training. Well, then why was the media denying?
Yeah, see, that is some suspicious shit, honestly, on that one, dude. It even says right there, it says Delta Force, local sheriff showing Delta Force officers to act for active shooter training is what they're claiming there is what it is. So, yeah, pretty wild stuff, man, for sure. I would say everybody to watch that. It's about 6 minutes, give or take. I think we're right about a minute or so into it at that point then. So, yeah. Everything was fair use, by the way, YouTube. It's all freedom of speech, too, by the way. So don't even try to channel strike me for that shit, dude. When it's all on record now that there was that stuff going on in Texas area there in 1994, 95, when Jones was talking about that stuff. So, anyway, but, yeah, it's a bunch of crazy shit, though, man, for real. And it's not surprising, honestly. And again, I think what it really shows is it shows exactly how they're priming this country and seeing how many places they can actually lock down with National Guard, et cetera, how many it would take to actually do it there. Because that's the thing with Hunkle, even for that matter, you know. New York City, she activated like 1,000 people, basically, is what it was, dude. It was 750, like, actually boots on the ground kind of people. And then I think it's about 250 or so to, like, be, like, their backup people on, like, the, you know, computers and shit like that to, like, monitor their situations and stuff like that. That's what it was there. So, yeah, you're talking about, like, 1,000 National Guard. How many do they even have in New York, would be my guess. It's a few thousand is my guess at most, honestly. Maybe 50,000 at most, something like that. It's not that many, honestly. I don't believe any state has more than like 50, 60,000 at most, dude. And even then, that's like high numbers, honestly, in many states. So, yeah, like it all depends. And then sometimes you have to get them from other places and ask, like, permission from like other states to like be like, hey, can you guys, loan me some people and stuff like that. That's what it is there. And usually that's why you'll see natural disasters, whether it be like Florida with their hurricanes, whether it be Louisiana with the hurricanes over the last like 10 years or so. Whenever they have various cleanup efforts and stuff like that, you always see DeWine coming out here, or Cases coming out here is what it was then. And they would be like, hey, we'll send our people down here to help you out and stuff like that. Like I know in the last few, like probably like 3 or 4 years now is what it is when DeWine's been in office now. There's been many times where he's actually sent down, I believe it was called like Ohio Marine 1 or something like that's what it was there. And it was basically like some kind of a like Coast Guard type of deal there, where they were just basically going down there and helping people out is what it was then, and doing rescue efforts and stuff like that, and trying to get people on boats and shit like that's what it was there, like they did with like Bush failed during Katrina to do with people and stuff like that. So, which by the way was like the dumbest thing ever in this country. That I think was the biggest slap in the face to everybody in America right there, was Bush's fucking flyover and Katrina and stuff like that, instead of just being, boots on the ground, just sending people in there to help them out is what it was, dude. Because really, if he had done that correctly, like, it wouldn't have been that hard to get an effort going on right now, dude. Just be like, hey, we need boats, we need helicopters, etc. Like, send them in there to save the people. It's asses what it is there, dude. And you could have gotten people on boats, on helicopters, etc. You could have got the manpower in place there and been able to get shit done and doing it. Instead, what did you do? You had fucking National Guard, you had U.S. military, etc., going up in there and patrolling the streets of Louisiana and stealing people's fucking guns from them, while you had criminal gangs going around and killing people every night, dude, is what it was. And it's like, Jesus fucking Christ. For those who don't know, that Reed Hendricks guy that's here on YouTube, that's actually how he got his start, was actually in the military there. I forget if it was National Guard or if it was like some kind of military unit or whatever the case be, that hadn't been deployed overseas in like Afghanistan or something like that. And then they were brought back here and they got redeployed during Katrina to go be like boots on the ground on the streets. There's what it was. And it was him seeing firsthand, basically being told to essentially fire upon U.S. citizens that weren't complying with gun control shit is what it was. He's like, hell no, bro, fuck that shit. And as soon as he was able to, he got the fuck out of the military then. He basically left as quickly as possible then. He was like, nope, not doing this at all. I refuse to re-sign up and stuff like that. Get me the hell out of here as fast as possible. I'm done here. And he never went back after that. And good for him on that one, dude. And that's how more people should be, honestly. It should be like, nope, fuck that. We're not doing that crap, dude. But that's, again, the problem right now is they're hiring illegals to do that stuff now is what it is. They're going to be the kill squads is what it is at the end of the day. So, yeah, don't be surprised when that shit happens very soon. And I believe, truthfully, we will be fighting illegal aliens with a bunch of U.S. military equipment then for our lives pretty soon in this country. Whether that be 6 months from now, whether that be a year from now, who knows? But I think it's going to be sooner rather than later, honestly. And I think April 8th specifically, which is about 2 weeks from now, give or take, I want to say it's about 19 days. Yeah, it'd be just Monday would have been 3 weeks, if I'm not mistaken. So it would be, like 19 days from now. It'll be happening, and you will see a total solar eclipse, the first one in Ohio's history in like over 50 years now. Because I believe the last one was like it was either 1969 or 1970s when it happened then before. And I could easily see it be a prelude to something bad, where it's them doing EMP attacks on us, where it's, the powers that be wiping out our grid or whatever the case be, dude. And then that would make sense, honestly, to do the martial law thing is what it is, dude, because they would be like, oh, well, we got to restore order now. Like, we got to have boots on the ground kind of thing is what it is now, bro. Like, so here's a bunch of National Guardsmen here is what it is, like patrolling streets and shit like that is what it'll be then. So, and of course, some of those people will be illegals in this country is what it'll be then. So, I don't know, man. It's all fucking nuts at the end of the day, but truthfully speaking, I think we are in for some very, very bad times ahead in this country's history. And I think we are definitely to a point right now where things are going to get way, way worse before they ever get anything near better. And by the time it does get better, it's going to be a fucking nightmare scenario that has come true over and over and over again. And what's going to end up happening is you're going to have a lot of people not make it through that. You're going to have a lot of people who are going to panic, and the ones who panic are going to be the ones who die first. And it's going to be very much like that original trailer for the concept movie of Gray State. Not that bullshit ass thing that they made at the end of it, where it was them, obviously, during Obama's administration, they killed off the director guy and his family, and then that made it look like murder-suicide kind of thing is what it was there. And then had the people that were part of the original concept movie is what it was there. Create some bullshit documentary and stuff like that, so they would get murked out as well, is what it was. And it was like some half-assed garbage that was fucking U.S. government made is what it was then. So, but now the concept trailer for Gray State was fucking nuts, dude, for real. So, in fact, I'm gonna see if I can find that right now because I think it might still be on YouTube if I'm not mistaken. So, let's just go see if I can find that, and then I'll drop a link here as what it is then to that. So, let's see. Oh, 4 hours ago, you got Tim Pool. Vigilantes show up to evict squatters after police arrest homeowner. Street justice is coming back. Yes, it is, good sir. Yes, it is. Like I said, I think, especially in New York, there, what you're going to see more and more of that shit, dude. What you're going to actually see there is you're going to see a situation where it's going to be Bernie Getz types coming through is what it is, man. It's going to be people that understand that New York is a shithole, and they don't want their fucking rights being taken away, and they don't want to, have people kill them in the fucking, streets and stuff like that, or the subways or whatever it is there. So you know what they're going to do? They're going to carry fucking guns, man. That's what's going to happen is what it is. Across the fucking border, they're just going to be carrying weapons is what it'll be. So, yeah, needless to say, it is what it is, man. But the entire point I'm trying to make is, things are about to kick off and become real fucking nuts is what it is, dude. So, yep, it is still on here. Cool. It was specifically on a thing called The Gray State, and they made the shitty fucking indie films thing in 2017, which was just a half-assed version of it. But yeah, the real concept trailer that was never actually made into a movie because the director guy was murdered and so was his family, and they, like I said, made it look like he killed his wife and kid and then himself, which is absolute BS. It was a stage fucking murder-suicide thing. It was actually them murking them all out under Obama's administration. But yeah, it's this thing right here, Gray State official concept trailer. It's how long is this actually? 2 minutes and 40 seconds, I believe is what it is there. But yeah. And it's like a whole thing of like when society falls, those who panic die first kind of shit. And it's, surveillance state and everything else like that. That's exactly what we're seeing right now, honestly. And it has like the chips in the arms and stuff like that to get food and whatnot and everything like that, dude. And it's like, yeah, it's fucking crazy, dude. And it's only a matter of time before it becomes the wall at this point, dude. Before we have like a total dictatorship in place right now is what it is there. And it's a scary thought to think about right now, dude. So yeah, I think Alex Jones is spot on when he's talking about there being low key, soft beta test for martial law in this country, honestly, is what it is there. And it makes a lot of sense when you think about it from that perspective of stuff. So anyway, but
National Guardsmen.
Oops, sorry. Just trying to pull it up later to watch it. So I'm going to watch it after I jump off here then. But yeah, it's fucking nuts though, dude. Like I think we are definitely having bad times ahead in this country right now, dude. And I believe, truthfully, the closer that we get towards this eclipse, the crazier things are about to get. And I think depending on where the eclipse goes and stuff like that, you could have a mass awakening situation there, whether it be mass demonic awakening, whether it be mass angelic awakening. I don't know which one it's going to be. Maybe both those things for that matter, where it will be like demons slowly rising out of the fucking earth and angels falling from fucking heaven down and taking over people and stuff like that to fight the demons and shit. Who knows? It could be some Sodom and Gomorrah shit for all the fuck we see is what it is, man, where you got little demons raping people and stuff like that. And then you got like dudes descending from the fucking heaven that are all, crazy angelic and stuff like that, being led by a reincarnated Jesus Christ for that matter. And it's just them fighting the fucking demons and stuff like that for humanity's souls, what it is then. So, anyway. But yeah, other than that, though, that's where I'm at for the day. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I will be back tomorrow with a new episode of Buckshot Thursday. Not really sure what we're going to discuss yet. I may just go back to doing things I've done before in the past where we discuss various topics from trying to remember what that site's called now. The 2A site that that dude in Virginia does, whose name has escaped me for some reason. The ginger bearded guy is what it was there. Cam Edwards. That's what it is. It would be his site there. So I might just do that one. Do some stories of the day for that one or something like that for the 2A shit. Or I might just discuss more and more what's going on right now. If there's more stuff that comes out about that piece of shit, Ismail Muhammad, we'll talk more about that if that be the case. If I can hear back from my congressman or not today, or if we hear back from any of the state reps and stuff like that about the whole thing, maybe it'll happen, maybe it won't. I do want to point something out too for that matter. So as of yesterday into today now, you had, as Brian Stewart pointed out, what was originally the Blue 22, which was the 22 people that voted for Stevens for speaker there. There's now 13 left. So 9 of them got either primaried out yesterday or they tried to run for re-election in a different election is what it was there. And they lost those election cycles is what it was there. That included Mike Loychek. That included, trying to think who else is on that list now. I think Carruthers is one of the ones that got primaried out then, who was one of those people that was Blue 22. I believe Brett Hudson-Hellner might have been one of those people too, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, like it's very interesting to see the people that got primaried then, dude. And hopefully we'll see better candidates come up then in the future, so it'll be here. So if we do make it to 2025 and have a functioning government and stuff like that, who's to say? Maybe we will, maybe we will, maybe we won't. But if we do here in Ohio, like it'll be interesting to see what the General Assembly's makeup looks like at that point then, if it's going to be more than what we have right now, Republican-wise, or it'll be less, or about the same, give or take. We might lose a seat, we might gain a couple seats, who the fuck knows? It all depends. You know, I'm like fingers crossed there's a couple of Republicans that could just flip a fucking seat is what it is here. But then, of course, you got, like I said, it's not just fucking Mohammed. It's not just Abdulli now. There is a bunch of other fucking Somali terrorists that are jumping up in the General Assembly right now is what it is. So there's actually here's a picture of everybody that was part of this whole thing last night. These are all the sacks of Shiite who have no business being in power in the state of Ohio or any state for that matter, because they're all fucking Somali terrorists is what it is here in this country. So yeah, we got fucking Muhammad here, piece of shit Abduli, another Muhammad named Muhammad Jambi, Sarwa Hash, and Hassan Ideals. And I'm pretty sure, I know this Jambi guy is the one that's running for state senate and stuff like that. And I want to see these other two guys are running for state house seats is what it is there. Hopefully they both lose those districts. But who's to say? It might have been one of those one-horse race things as well, too, for that matter, for all the fuck I know. So I really don't know. I know Abdullah is going to be a second termer, even though she shouldn't even be there at all, is what it is, dude. Because in reality, what needs to happen in this country is something like the following right here, which is this nice little meme right here, which is kick Islam out of America. Period. End of fucking story. So, anyway. Speaking of good memes, actually, this was actually probably the best one for transportation secretary stuff, and that butthead Buttigieg is what it is. All I know about transportation is I've been rear-ended quite a few times. Which is obviously a sexual entendre there, because the guy's a gay man is what it is there. So it's obviously him taking it in the ass is what it is. But yeah, I thought that one was pretty good though. And I saw it a while back now. But anyway. Then of course you got Glock being sued by the douchebags in Chicago because they're trying to claim the fucking switches and stuff like that. I think I mentioned that earlier today, if I'm not mistaken. You also got Chicago suing Kia and Hyundai after car thefts in city and nationwide, claiming they don't have enough oversight on their vehicles or it is there or something, which is so fucking dumb. But yeah, this was the paper here from, what year was this now? 1969, it looks like here, and it says Million Sea Eclipse next showing in 2024. Blackout total in some areas. So, yeah, pretty wild stuff, man. These people from back in the day there that somebody had done up. So, yeah, wouldn't be surprised, at least there's pretty shit that happens pretty soon. Here's what it is, man. But, again, only time will tell. Only time will tell. So, I think I'm probably going to watch that Gray State trailer now if I'm thinking about it right now. So, watch that one for 2.5 minutes and then watch the Alex Jones thing about the beta testing martial law. There's what it is there. So, but anywho, Oh, shit. Getting really tired right now. Got some stuff I got to do too for that matter because it is almost 6 right now. So, well, not quite. It's about 20 till, but still. Got to get some stuff done here in the next couple hours, what it is then. And then go from there, basically, is what it'll be. So, anyway. But, yeah, it's been real. Been real fucking nuts today, man. I'll tell you right now. Such a bunch of shit to see. Pieces of crap like, that motherfucker Muhammad and all these other idiots in power right now do when they have no business being there at all. And there are a bunch of damn actresses, actors, etc., and just fucking complete terrorists taking over this country is what it is, man. So, anyways. That being said, if you haven't seen the X-Men 97 show, I suggest you watch that one because it's pretty good, actually. They only released the first 2 episodes now. But you will see more coming is what it is then. And apparently, I guess, there is now season 3 renewal for the show The Way Home. That's cool. I need to catch up on the second season of that show right now. I know it's gotten pretty good this season, actually. I think there's like 2 more episodes of the season or something right now. So, for those who don't know what that is, it's actually a show about a girl finding out that she can travel through time, and then her mom does the same thing too as well. And that's basically the second season. They're both doing that shit is what it is now. So, pretty wild stuff. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens with a potential season 3 there is what it is. So I look forward to it. But anyway, trying to see if there's anything new on that list. It looks like there was not actually. It's like a bunch of old shit that was all canceled over before that then. So I gotta say, that's the one thing about a lot of stuff now. There's not a lot of good shows being brought up is what it is, dude. Like, there's some that are okay, but there's a bunch of, like, meh. Like this one right here, LA fired, rescue canceled, Dick Wolf docu-series not returning for second season to NBC. I tried to watch, like, an episode of that show, if I'm not mistaken. It was just really bad. Like, it was shit by comparison to everything else, dude. Like, it was just not good. It was just dumb, actually, for that matter. So, not surprisingly, they only got 1 season. And I think that's the problem with Hollywood, though, is they're not writing, like, good things anymore. Like I said, they're making, like, some dumbass reality show like that and thinking it's going to make money and stuff, when in reality it's like, no, dude, like, we want actual scripted series and stuff like that to make, you know, an escape from reality. And by the way, in those scripted series, you don't want to hear stupid bullshit like, oh, COVID this and COVID that kind of shit. It's like, shut the fuck up. We went through it 4 years ago, asshole. Shut the fuck up about it now. Seriously. Trying to escape from reality, not fucking go from reality to more reality, you fucking idiots. It's like, goddamn, people. Fuck me. You know? Anyways. But, yeah, like I said, though, X-Men 97 is out there now. The first couple episodes anyway of it. So, they weren't bad. I watched them both. I really wish they dropped the rest of the season, honestly, though. I was kind of pissed, though, too, because they did change quite a few of the people as what it was there for the names or the voice actors and stuff. Like, there's a couple that were the same, but there's a lot that are different now is what it is. I know that Rogue is different now. I know that Jubilee's different now. I want to say Gambit is somebody new as well. And I want to say his old actor is now playing somebody else or something like that in the thing. And one thing I did notice, too, for that matter, when they showed Rogue's figure in the one episode 2, she is definitely looking different than what she was before now. So, where the hell did I put? Oh, there it is. Hang on. Yeah, let's see, this is what it is. Goddamn fucking Indian foreign national scammers calling me up, dude. We saw my mouth moving. It's because I said "fuck off" scammer really loud, and I whooped the phone on their ass. Yeah, sorry, bitch. You're not from fucking Allstate. You're from fucking India, trying to make some goddamn scam shit on me right now. Go fuck yourself, you stupid bitch. You're the second fucking person from that goddamn fucking piece of shit Indian call center that's called me today, man. I'm fucking fed up with that shit, man. Take your scam someplace else, you stupid bitch. So, fucking have these goddamn people, man. Bunch of motherfuckers. Anyway, fuck was I saying then? I don't remember now. Oh yeah, that's right. That's what I was saying then. But yeah, X-Men 97 was a good show though, from what there's been of it right now, and it'll be interesting to see exactly what happens with the rest of the season then. So, but yeah, they definitely Rogue's figure though in that show. They definitely changed their figure though, because obviously for those who don't know, the whole back in the day it was the Apocalypse is here to destroy that ass meme, where it's like Rogue's nice fucking shapely curved ass is what it is in that anime is what it was then, and now it's like kind of like way toned down from that. Like her ass ain't that big at all anymore. It's actually pretty thin now, and it's like, oh come on, man. Like, give the next generation something to look forward to, man. Seriously. Which is sexy Rogue. So, anyway. But yeah, Rogue was probably, like, honestly, though, it does kind of make you wonder, though, right? Like, so this is something I've actually thought about in the past for, like, a while now. And then seeing the one episode of that 97 version now. Because I guess Magneto can have the ability to, like, kind of touch her in a way, because his hand is, like, able to be magnetized and stuff around, like, his fingers and shit. And they can, like, sort of, like, go hand-to-hand contact almost, or pretty close to what it is there. And so my thinking is, honestly, though, with, like, Gambit and shit, right? Like, okay, so I know there was a point in time in history in the X-Men comics, it was during the Extreme X-Men books is what it was, where it was, like, Extreme spelled Xtreme. And I know that Rogue had lost her powers in that one, and her and Gambit had gotten together and were like seriously intimate for like a while, as it was there until she got her powers back then. But my thinking is though, right? Like, okay, so let's go ahead and say like, Rogue obviously she can touch somebody with her. She has like a glove on her hand or whatever the case, but she can like touch somebody stuff like that. So okay, let's say it like this, right? Like, sexual wise, she's jerking Gambit off at that point, right? And then proceeds to, like, he's like fully erect or whatever the case be. She gets completely naked, fucking, and he like, either fucking comes up on her, whatever the case be, and like fucking like jams in as fast as possible or whatever the case be. Like, it's obviously gonna knock him out when his dick like touches her snatch, I'm guessing, honestly. But at the same time, it's like, would he be able to slide it in fast enough to where even if it knocks him out, he would still like nut inside of her then? And then they actually have a kid together at some point. That would be very interesting to think about right there, honestly, on that one. So that's something I've obviously thought about for a while now over the years, because I was thinking about that when I was actually back in high school, kind of stuff like that, because of I was writing a comic back then about the two of those people and some other folks as well as what it was, and it was about like children of these people as what it would be then. So, but yeah, it'd be interesting to see if that was a thing or not, though. Because my thinking would be like, okay, like the second you're like, you got like skin to skin or whatever the case be, like you're still going to get fucked up or whatever then. So it's like, well, the thing is like, okay, so say that it would be like, where it's not able to like, fully insert or whatever the case be. But, like it's like the tip hits the puss or whatever the case be and like knocks him out cold or whatever. But then he's like still erect, right? So it's like, could she not just ride him then is what it is? Like, obviously, it'd be continued to be knocked out or whatever the case when the whole thing's going on, but it's like, pretty sure if the guy is still hard, like, he's pretty much into it is what it is then, man. So I'm just saying, but, or at least, like, force something or other to be the case, though. But I guarantee with those two would be consensual, even if he was, like, all fucked up like that or whatever the case be then. So, I don't know. Something to think about, obviously, like I said. But, it is what it is, man. I would think artificial insemination, though, would also be a thing in that kind of universe, though, too, for that matter. But if I'm not mistaken, actually, I want to say that Gambit is actually a clone of Mr. Sinister or Cyclops. I can't remember which one, or maybe both, actually. Or it was supposed to be like a combination of the two of those guys together or something. I believe that's what happened in the comics, like about 10, 15 years back now, if I'm not mistaken. It was right before Marvel got bought out by Disney was you had a storyline of like Gambit and his origin story, or whatever the case being. It was something where he was like the clone of like Sinister / Cyclops, is what it was, or something. Which makes sense, honestly, because those guys do look very much alike, and they're both obviously redheads, is what it is then. So, anywho, that being said, that's pretty much it for the day. Been here for 2 hours, obviously. Got some stuff I got to do. We are out of time on this account for the month, so I'm going to go ahead and jump to a different account for the next episode for tomorrow's Buckshot Thursday, and then we'll have 20 hours or so on that account as it will be to fuck around with until the most likely beginning of next month at some point then. But anyway, other than that, though, that is where I'm at for the day. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. I will be back, like I said, tomorrow for something there. Then is what it is. And then other than that, I'm going to try to get some stuff done. I was going to get some stuff done today, but I'm like, literally my eyes are about to fucking close right now. So I think maybe what I will do is I'll be taking a nap here in the next hour or so, give or take. And then several hours from now, like 10, 11 o'clock night, something like that's what it is, get back up, work on some stuff here in the house, make something to eat, and then, pick up some of the stuff around here is what it is, put it in a box or whatever the case be, and at least act like I did something here in the last couple of days, and that's what it is, because I've tried to do a few things, but unfortunately it's like hard to even move right now is what it is, man, for real. So, and again, going back to the shit that they told me in that fucking thing of like, oh, well, you can still work somewhat. Yeah, again, who the fuck's going to hire me, people? I guarantee nobody. Because, again, I know what my limitations are, and it's like, I know for a fact if it was an actual retail job, I'd be sitting there for maybe like 15 minutes or something, or standing for like 10 minutes or something like that or less. And I'd be fucking like, hey, I need a stool or something to sit down on. That kind of thing is what it is, dude. I mean, hell, you can ask my cousin that took me out the other day recently of how bad I am, dude. I was fucking with them at the place the other day last Friday. And I was in there for maybe like 5 minutes, and I was literally like standing over a fucking big bin thing with my hand on it like this, like catching my fucking breath, because that's how out of breath I was then. From just literally walking like 2 to 3 minutes in that place is what it was there. So, yeah. And they want to sit there and tell me I can fucking work and shit. Hell no, I can't, dude. Not in a regular 9 to 5, I fucking can't. Unless they want to find me something where it would be, hey, here's some computer shit or whatever the case you can do or whatever, and we're going to pay you X amount of dollars a fucking week to do it is what it is, dude. Like, unless they're going to do that shit for me, they can fuck off is what it is and give me a damn disability then. Fucking bastards. So, anyway. I'll wait and see how the appeal goes then. Hopefully they actually do give it to me, but given the fact that what they said with the last thing there, I guarantee they're going to try and fuck me is what it is then, dude, again. So, I've really had it with these fucking people, man. I really have, honestly. It's like, you will let somebody steal our fucking country, illegally enter our nation right now, and you'll give them every fucking thing under the goddamn sun, but yet a man here who is an American citizen for almost 40 years of his life right now doesn't get fuck all. Is it because I'm white? Is it a racial thing? Like, what the fuck, people? If I was black, or if I was Latino, or if I was fucking Asian, would I be getting the benefits right now? That's the real question, right? That's what I feel like, honestly, in some ways, dude. It's a bunch of bullshit all the way around, man. It's like the same thing with Corey. Corey and I were talking about that with him there in Texas. And he's been fighting this shit for like, I think he said 7 years or something like that. They still don't give it to him there either, for that matter. And I'm like, damn, dude. So, yeah, it's a bunch of shit, dude, entirely. It's an attack on the fucking American people is what it is, dude. So, anyway. That being said, hope you guys enjoyed this episode. I will be, if I'm awake later tonight, I'll probably be monitoring NEA's stream then. Comment section and whatnot there. So, if you want to come on there and bullshit or whatever the case be and have a back and forth, it's whatever. But other than that, though, that's pretty much where I'm at for the day, though. Like I said, be back tomorrow, most likely for Buckshot Thursday around this time, around the 5 o'clock time span. So, and then we will be back Friday for Freedom Friday. I don't know if we'll do a stand your ground Saturday this week or not, because I do want to get some stuff done around the house, obviously, in the next couple of days. And in order for me to do that, it's going to have to be a situation of me actually, looking through stuff and going through things and figuring out what I want to put where, and just put it there is what it is then in these boxes and whatnot. So yeah, this whole thing. But anyway, other than that, though, that's where I'm at for the day, though. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It's been fun. It's been real. Best advice I can always continue to give people is always be carrying one in the chamber. Always be carrying a firearm on you at all times, as long as you're legally able to. And make sure that you are not a victim of anything that's going to be coming down the pipeline, whether that be an Islamic terrorist takeover, whether that be a Chinese foreign national takeover, whether that be some kind of other slippery stuff for that matter that we don't see in the X Factors yet, or whether that be some kind of tribal warfare or racial holy war for that matter, because I think it's all on the table right now for 2024, man. And, don't be the people that panic and die first is what it is, man. Be the guy who is the gray man, being able to survive past the initial first 24 hours or so at least. And then from there, hopefully be able to get, clicked up with some kind of group or something like that you can survive long-term, months and months down the road is what it is then. So anyway, other than that, have a good one, y'all. It's been fun. It's been real. See you later. Bye.